Hey everybody, Chandler Quinton here. Today is April 16th, 2014, and I'm here to talk about the trade of the day. Today was an Apple play for me. Apple is a stock that I've studied for probably about 2 to 3 years now, and I've noticed some really interesting patterns on how it trades and when I like to get in very long. I'll get into that strategy in a later video, but I'll show you what I look for in general. As many of you know, I follow RSI and the Bollinger Bands for Apple. Now, the one thing you need to look for when going super long with Apple is you want to see a strong down close below the lower Bollinger Band when RSI is below 40. When you have that, you usually get a nice reversal that can lead to anywhere from a 20-point to a 100-point upside. Now, you'd play long calls on this, usually 60 to 90 days out. You have this situation happen right here. You have the situation happen right here. And it looks like we might encounter the situation right here. So I've been looking at Apple to get long for a longer-term trade. But the volatility before that happens gives some great opportunities to make some quick swing trades. Now, today we had a strong open. We were down, up, down, up. So because of the volatility, I decided to look at the 1-minute RSI. Now, given that I feel like every time we hit a low RSI, we actually make another move lower after a bump up. Just to shake out people on a fake out until we really find a bottom. So today you actually had two awesome moves that you could have made. You could have got long right down here when we were at RSI of 27 with the low of the day at 514.14. And then you would have gotten up here in this zone of overbought territory. And then you could have gotten short and made it out around right here, which is exactly what I did today. So when the day started, I had the 15-minute open, and I saw that we were kind of in no man's land between 60 and 40 RSI. Now, this didn't look particularly too fun for me. I always wait for 15-minute RSI to go down to this level before I make a really heavy trade. But because I know we're at that turnaround, I was looking for a place to get in. I actually felt like I might have been too late when this first bounce happened at 10 o'clock. And then the other thing to do is to look for when it's oversold or overbought rather, and we got that indication over here later in the day at 12:15. It wasn't super overbought, but because of the ramp you got from 514 all the way up to 521, that tells you that you're gonna definitely have a little fade at the end of the day because nothing goes straight up forever. So the 1 minute was playing out, and right here is where you would have gotten in. And your first exit point, maybe where you would have sold half, probably would have been right here when we tipped 70 RSI to 74. You had a little turnaround, but then you boosted back up because your RSI level on the low was actually higher than where it was last time it was around that level. So you always got to look out for that because this is kind of building some support. And then, if you make another move upward, you can expect it to be a little bit higher than what it was when RSI was last at 74. Because when you get to the 74 range again, you're already a couple points higher. You're a dollar and change higher. So you always want to look out for that. Now, when it crosses into this territory where it's overbought and you're kind of zigzagging up here, you usually don't see a very long period of time where it's going to be overbought. You're usually going to see a strong dip down, and I'll show you an example of that on the 5-minute chart. Let's go 7 days. When you have extended period of time that's overbought, you're usually going to see a sharp decline with Apple. It happened right here on the 7th. It happened right here on the 9th going into the 10th. It happened right here today. We were extended overbought in the 5-minute time frame for a long period of time. So I knew we were going to get a downplay there, which was great because we were able to get in and out very quickly on two sides of a trade. First we were long and then we were short. So I'll show you how that played out. So I picked the 520 contract. I actually played June, but I'll just say April 25th for a little bit more excitement because the delta is good on that, and It was a no-brainer on the 1 minute. So I have RSI2 down here. That's why, or I think I do. That's why it's a little bit choppy. Right here, I'm going to make it RSI2. There we go. So you would have gotten in down here at 950. You had at least 5 minutes to get in. And again, this is on the 1 minute chart. This is down here in this range. So you would have been in on the 520 call for 950 with next week's expiration. And, within, 11 o'clock, within about an hour and a half, you would have been able to find a nice exit at the peak at 1235, 1250. So that's a 30% trade right there. So if you invested $10,000, that would have been $3,000 right in your pocket. And again, we know we wanted to get out around this range when RSI started getting really overbought. So this is a good place to put in a trailing stop. I mean, if you're in down here and you come over here and you weather this little dip and then you go for another push forward, have like a 5% stop. I mean, you wouldn't even gotten stopped out until over here anyway, so you would have done out pretty well. Now, the thing that I was looking for was as soon as I exited long, I wanted to get short because we were overbought right here. So what happens next? It doesn't go much higher than this. When you're overbought to to 80 RSI, 79 RSI, there's nowhere to go but down for at least a little correction. So that's exactly what I did. When I exited up here, I almost went immediately short, and I just jumped over to the 520 puts, which took a beating. You're in at around 1138, 1140, and then you get a nice bounce, and you're out at 1320, so a 15% trade. So overall in the day, you would have had a 45% gain. So $10,000 in each pocket. You would have had $3,000 on one and $1,500 on the other, leaving you the day with $4,500 up. So with a trade like this where you're going down, I didn't expect it to go into the red at all during the day, but I knew we were going to get close. So if we show the previous day's close, that is right here at I think it's around 518. So my goal for this trade was to get over here, and I think I got out right around here. And if I held on for just 10 minutes longer, I would have probably made a little bit more money. But at that point, you've had a nice trade in the beginning of the day and a nice trade to counter that. And you don't want to get too greedy because that's when mistakes happen. So perfect trade today would have been in right here on a call, out right here on a call, in right here on a short, out right here on a short. So again, my name is Chandler Quinton, and that's the trade of the day.